Three, two, one. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Ash on Comics. My name is Ash. Here's today's comic, Marauders, number 2. Not a terrible cover, I must say. Kind of spoils everything that's in the story here, if you actually pay attention to it, which I didn't until just now. But moving along, we get the Royal We. Mutants around the world are flocking to the island nation of Krakoa for safety security. God, how many times do I have to read this? The Hellfire Trading Company is responsible for distributing illegal drugs, Krakoa's pharmaceuticals, to friendly nations and smuggling mutants out of unfriendly ones. Currently run by 2 leaders, Sebastian Shaw and Emma Frost, a 3rd governing chair remains open. Gee, I wonder who's gonna get it. I wonder who that could possibly be. I don't know. Top secret eyes only access. Blobbity. Look at this wall of text. It is, oh my God. It's basically from redacted on the X desk to U.S. Naval Intelligence, dealing with the mutant crisis. They're talking about how they're tracking this ship, the Kitty Pryde ship around. I'm sorry, I refuse to call her Kate Pryde. It's so stupid that she wants to be called Kate Pryde. This basically, this big wall of text is describing what the Marauders are doing. They're stealing boats, which by the way, this is issue 2 of the Marauders, and they're already on their 3rd stolen boat. So stupid. Of course, our answer is no, Emma. I'm disappointed but not surprised. I have another candidate. Until I can sort out my issues with the current board of the Hellfire Trading Company, there will be no Lord Imperial. And for the future, keep in mind that it's more important than ever for us to have strong alliances. Mutants are perfectly aligned, Emma. Sweet Mindy. I meant us women. Right there. That's when the book lost me. In Mutant Paradise, even in Mutant Paradise of Krakoa, apparently there's still misogyny and oppressed womanhood. Women need to stick together. Good luck, Mom. This is gonna be a shit show. Aren't they all? For now, there must be peace between white and red. So much red, Sebastian. Thank you for joining me at the London offices this afternoon. Blobby blobby. And Sebastian, of course, is just a raging asshole. Of course, because like all these books so far, the men are either complete buffoons or complete monsters. Raging lunatic assholes. The women, of course, are always perfect. They're sublime. They're always calm, cool, collected. They always have the right ideas. So Sebastian Shaw is not a buffoon. That would be even more unfitting of his character than is being portrayed here. So they take the raging lunatic asshole route. And Emma, of course, has to put him in his place, which is retarded. But whatever. So they're getting in their arguments about different things. Apparently Sebastian Shaw overstepped his grounds and was trying to do some illegal deals with some first world countries and make some money and all this stuff. And Emma's like, you can't do that. So she's like, let's table it for a moment. We have more pressing matters. Like your pending insurance claim. Careful, Lockheed. Don't feed Pyro too much. Batroc, don't you dare. Oof. Yes, we're reading an X book where the XMen, the Marauders, are fighting Batroc the Leaper. That's how retarded. No, don't let them aboard, men, he says. It's over, guys. Surrender. Aye! So they're getting fried. Kill no man. I made a promise to kill no man. To which Pyro responds, do you want me to burn him? Maybe just disfigure him. Batroc says, I'm getting paid to smuggle this ship, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. He punches Pyro, kicks Iceman in the head. Want to dance, girly? Well, that is just rude. She fluffs Lockheed off her shoulder. I got this, Lock. And she just casually reaches up and grabs his wrist. I'd be happy to. I'll lead. Okay, look at this arm. This is the arm of a 10-year-old girl. This is a fully grown man who weighs at least twice as much as her. There is no way, unless she's got superpowered strength, that she's catching this hand like that, and so effortlessly. But nothing matters, right? Yow, my wrist is dead. Oh, and then, of course, she casually uses her ninja skills to pressure point, makes his wrist go limp. Pressure point, now shush. A woman who can't dance should not be captain. Thanks for not stepping on my toes. Whoa, what's going on? Please don't kill me. And now you dip. Ah, adieu. Oh, look, it's so funny. Look at how funny. You should put that man in his place. You mutants are nuts. You know that? Certifiable. Don't you know who I'm working for? Kick me again, and the only thing you'll leap into are leg casts. You don't kick Storm. I can't read French, so I'm not going to try. And so Pyro leaps at him and bites him. Yes, this is literally just what happened. Because remember what I said, you're either a raging asshole or you are a complete doofus. And this is the doofus. He bites him on the... this is something... this is something like right out of an Antifa rally. This is something like... What? This is how superheroes in 2019 fight? Like, this is the dumbest thing I've seen. You miserable little shit. Batroc knife hands him. I can't tell exactly into the throat. This type of maneuver, though, is something you can kill someone with if you were a skilled martial artist, which I'm assuming Batroc is. But, of course, that won't matter. Booty inspection. So, Kitty Pryde found the meds, guys. To which Batroc leaves the fight. Just remember, he's fighting all these people. He's and then he just, hey, step aside. Hey, guys, time out, everyone. Kitty, please, a word. It's Kate, please, and I'm listening. Kate, I don't want to cross swords with Krakoa. I suspect I know who sent you, and you know who I'm working for. Perhaps we should all agree the ship sank, but maybe the cargo can get to where it needs to go on your boat with generous split to you. No. But the haul right now is worth tens of millions. Mutant money grows on trees now, and sending this message to the Black King is worth any price. God. Now, I understand Emma Frost has a rivalry with Sebastian Shaw, right? They don't like... Well, what does Kitty Pryde have? Why? Oh, is it because he's a man? It's worth any price to send a message to the Black King. This shipment was supposed to go to an African nation that can't take the deal publicly without plunging into civil war. Instead, you were bound for a rich country club in the States. Well, surely the original African destination still needs... Yes, they do have needs, and a second Hellfire captain with a fast ship was dispatched last night with replacement drugs. I was sent after you. Understand, monsieur? Oui? This is not personal. Bien. I'm here to kick your master where it hurts. In the wallet. Scuttle her, boys. Aye! Look at this. Men are buffoons or raging monsters. Keep this in mind. It's a theme. Always. Women are always the calm, cool, and collected, and always awesome at all times. Why would the Hellfire Club send Kitty to stop them? None of this really seems to matter. So they steal another boat. Sorry, this is the boat that they already stole. They scuttle this boat, and then they continue on their stolen boat, at which point Storm's like, Pyro, you're going to return this ship, correct? Oh, I'll find its owner for sure. In Taipei. Do I hear 50? Thank you, I have 50. What about 55? Iceman, tell them what else we were bidding on. It's a boat. It's nice. Hike, hike, hike. So they sell off the boat that they stole. Because, money grows on trees. But first of all, I need to address this. Mutant money grows on trees. She says, Kitty Pryde. That's not how money works. This is the problem when you get a bunch of progressives who don't understand the world writing their progressive agenda into comic books. You get stories like this where apparently the mutants are rich because they grow money on trees. Money has value because of scarcity, right? That's why it used to be built on the gold standard. Now it's a fiat currency. I'm not going to explain how all that works. Hopefully you'll look it up if you don't understand the difference. But when it was on the gold standard, money was actually backed up by gold. So your actual dollars were actually gold. They were just a certificate, that could sort of almost be exchanged. It had real value because gold is scarce by nature. Like you can't make gold. And so it has an intrinsic value. If you could just make gold, guess what would happen to the value of gold? It would disappear overnight. It would stop being worth anything. All things that are worth something like that are because of scarcity, supply and demand. It's basic economics. This is something you learn basic high school economics. But I'm sorry, I'm getting in the weeds on this, but it really bothers me when I read money just grows on trees. Thank you, Bernie Sanders supporters. That's not how it works. Sorry if you are Bernie Sanders supporters. I don't mean to insult you, but hopefully I can educate you on the idea that money has to have value. It's not worth anything. And when you can just take from everyone to do what you want, you're the bad person. And so they show up in Taipei and they find Bishop. He's like, you're late. I thought something happened to you. What? Who's been hurt? Xavier's dead. Assassins made it onto the island. So, Kitty Pryde still hasn't been told this. She's been in contact with Emma. I would be kind of upset, actually, if I were Kitty Pryde and Emma was sending me on these things and she didn't tell me that Professor X, the guy that rescued her, the guy that meant so much to her, was dead. You didn't think to tell me? Nope. So they're just like, huh? He dead? And then Bobby says, believe in the 5. They can bring him back. That's the first thing. Like, that's the problem with the books right now is that death is meaningless because you can just make new pod people. Pyro responds, you don't know that. Goddess. First of all, you know how many times Xavier's been dead? These X-Men should just be like, he's got 9 lives. This is probably only like the 5th. So Kitty takes a swig because now she's a total lush. And she just walks away into the tattoo bar and proceeds to announce, I shit you not, this is the real dialogue. My friends and I are going to make ourselves home here for a while. She just walks into a tattoo parlor and says this. Like, these X-Men, they walk around like they own the world. As long as you're getting inked, otherwise this ain't a bar, says one of the tattoo guys. And of course they sit down and start getting tattoos. Bobby says, I'm going to pass because my body's already a temple of perfection. Whatever. Bishop replies, I already have one. Oh, yes, Bishop, you do. And thanks for reminding everyone. It's on your face. Storm says, I would never get a tattoo. Well, at least you got Storm right. I'm glad he didn't see her getting a tattoo. And then Pyro lays down, let's go, muties, let's go! And he starts getting a tattoo of a skull on his face. And then they give the guy a bunch of money, and he's like, this is too much, I can't take it, said no one ever. And Kitty looks at him and says, Well, remember this when I return broke someday. And then I shit you not, this happens. She just leans in and kisses the stranger guy. Who are you? Former school teacher. I'm going to take this. And she takes this red jacket that's hanging up. And she just steals the... Catherine, it's time, says Emma Foster. I'm ready. And then all of a sudden, Gateway's there. Excellent. Gateway should be with you presently. He's here. See you in a few, Emma. Excellent. The Black King is even angrier than I dared hope. Oh, I wish I could be there when he disappoints whichever hag he's been lying to for the chance to wear red. Where are we going, says Pyro in blackface. Oh, sorry, it's a black skull on his face. What? So stupid. London. The bishop interjects. That's all well and good, Pryde, but I really need your help in Taipei. It's urgent. We don't have time for you, Bishop. We got to go back to London and become superior. And then all of a sudden, they cut the book cuts to being on a big boat. Look at this. They got a big warship now. What the hell? Look at those guns. Oh man, we got to steal her. We don't have to, Pyro. She's our new home, the Marauder. When you're done gawking, go below and pick your cabins. You sure about this? Bobby makes an ice bridge for Kitty. Okay. Whatever. I'm not going to sit around on an island for the rest of my life watching you guys have all the fun. Sebastian Shaw, of course, still being a raging lunatic. Look at those veins popping on his forehead. God, this was such a... Phew. This is such a, volatile... This is what they talk about, toxic male. This is right here. Toxic male. And Emma's just having the last laugh. Oh, Sebastian, this isn't personal. Blah, blah, blah. I already chose the Red Queen, essentially. Sebastian's, getting pissed. He's like, you know nothing. There will be no Red Queen, you bit. Actually, I'm the Red Queen, bitch. And looking on her fists, hold fast. She got tattoos on her knuckles, on her fingers. Oh my God, what happened to Kitty Pryde? Oh, I know, modern progressive comics bullshit. Just here's a stupid character. Any Kitty Pryde fans, I hope you're happy. That's it. Here's the Hellfire Trading Company. Apparently, there's no Lord Imperial, and Emma Frost gets to make all the decisions based on that, which to me just tells me she's the Lord Imperial. I don't understand. Nothing matters. And that's the end of the book. This was stupid. It was just nonsense about two women being awesome bitches. Essentially what it was. And then the rest of the Marauders are there for the ride. I've never seen Aurora take more of a back seat. I mean, this is the most... I mean, maybe since like the original XMen movie, the Hal Berry version of Aurora, like that's what this is. Which makes sense. Would not shock me in the slightest if who wrote this book? I don't even remember who wrote Marauders. Is it Teenie Howard? That's probably who it is. I gotta get to the big 2-page. Oh, Gary Duggan. That's right. He's writing this book. I would hope that he's read more X-Men than seen the movie. But yeah, Aurora she's just so like milquetoast. Just I'm here. I'm doing my thing. I'm Aurora. Like, this is the woman that like beat the crap out of Scott Summers to forcefully take the X-Men leadership away from him because he was an incompetent, not incompetent buffoon, but he was losing his edge because he was, the whole Jean Grey issue and all this stuff, and his mind wasn't in it, and she could sense it, and it was going to get the X-Men hurt, and she could not have that. It wasn't that she wanted to lead so much, but the X-Men had to have some. Now she's just like, I'm here. It's like everyone's just on Ritalin. I don't know. I hated this book. So I'm going to give this, I can't give this, it's not even worth, it's not a 1. It's not that offensively bad. The art it's actually decent. but there's a little bit of action. There's some dynamics here. The Kitty Pryde stuff is kind of stupid. I'm just gonna give this a 2 stars. Two out of 5. Hopefully you're not liking this book, because this isn't something you should enjoy. But if you do, hey, we all have our own things that we like. There's some things I like that I'm sure people think are terrible. My reviews are honest, but they are not, they are not the end all be all. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing my take and my perspective on the book. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.